Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strixhaven Sundays. I am Stella Luna, and I'm bringing you to our open roster community campaign. This is a game that literally anyone can play. If you would like to join us, all you have to do is hop into the Discord. It is literally an infinite roster. Every week we have a different rotation of characters and players coming on in to explore the wonderful place that is Strixhaven. But before we get into it, I have just a few quick things to say. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Because of our Patreons, all of the one-shots and marathons and three-shots that we do are possible. If you would like more information about what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check out this link there in the chat. Just kidding, my chat bot's not open. I will turn it on in just a second. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of our episodes for Strixhaven. Oops, that probably turned all the cameras off. My bad. I am a professional. I know what I'm doing. Ha! All of our episodes are available on YouTube.
Like
it is. It really is. It's a Sunday. Like, technical difficulties are kind of required, I think. But yeah, all of our campaigns are on YouTube, y'all. If you would like to interact with the game, our dear viewers, you are absolutely welcome to do so. There are a couple of ways that you can do this. You can either redeem points in chat for a blessing, which is an advantage die, or a reroll to the player of your choice. Or, if you like, as I fish it out of my desk, because I was totally prepared, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things, which we already have. Thank you, Came Dare. Each one of our lovely players is gonna start off with a card. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Already?
Yeah, already.
Oh boy.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Thank you, Came Dare.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So this will add an element of fate to the narrative. It will completely change the game and add some really cool stuff and or some terrifying stuff. We will find out very shortly. But before then, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, what got you into TTRPGs, anything you like to tell me about who you are. Don't worry about your character just yet. We'll start off with my friend Evan.
Hi. Kia ora. Hi, how you doing, Stella? I've been looking forward to this so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Evan, aka Māori Nerd, on Twitch and Twitter. I do a bit of variety streaming, some bookbindings, video games, and TTRPGs, of course. I've been playing D&D for a little while, and I branched out into other systems, but D&D sort of like is my comfy jumper, you know, that massive old hoodie that you always put back on when you need to like sort of wrap up. That's D&D for me. So I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for having me on. I can't wait to get into some games and some shenanigans.
Oh my gosh, there are so many shenanigans in this. You've come to the right place, baby.
Yes!
Yes! All right, next we have D. Hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Also super excited to be here. I love magical school settings and I've been just so hungry for Strixhaven. I'm at Tired Art Friend on Instagram, Twitter, most places. I'm an artist mainly, but I do a little bit of writing, a little bit of voice acting, a little bit of whatever I can get my grubby little hands on. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, that's me, I think.
Excellent, thank you. Next we have Actor.
Oh dear. Hi. I'm Actor. You can find me if you want as Actor on Twitch or Cactus Jactor on Twitter. I've been playing D&D for about 9 months after the very boring start of seeing Critical Role and getting quite into it. Other than that, cannot wait to see what's going to go on here.
Excellent, thank you. And next we have Metazoa.
Hi everyone, I'm Metazoa. I'm just going to put a quick message in the chat. That is my Twitch handle, Metazoa54321. If you plug that into Twitter, you will find me there. If you plug that into Instagram, if you still use that, you'll find me there. There was actually a time where I tried D&D for like the first time like years ago, and I was like, maybe this thing isn't for me. And then I kind of got back into it, and I just haven't stopped since. I've kind of just been but playing in a bunch of different like games, a bunch of different one-shots in D&D and a bunch of other systems. So this is actually my second Strixhaven game after my home game where I play a very different character. So I'm very excited to go into this with something that I think is very off the wall and different. But yeah, I play in actual plays. I'd like to play in a lot more of them. I make music, so that's cool too.
Do you mind if I ask what kind of music you make?
Like I write my own like pop-ish music, I guess, but it's all on like piano and it's not like produced or anything. And I also arrange like compositions because I love to compose music for like tabletop actual plays and stuff. But I post those online too, mostly on Twitter. But yeah, that's what I do.
Excellent.
Music making's fun.
Yeah, music's wonderful. I feel like it makes a whole nother level to playing these games. You'll find with any of our games here, they always have music because it also helps cut out some of the white noise. And it covers up a few like clickety clacks on the stuff. But yeah, it's great. Welcome. Yes, that's it. It's basically like the audio version of duct tape. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and do these cards real quick. All right, this is a mini game. It's very easy, very simple. All you have to do is tell me when to stop. And we'll start with Evan.
Oh my lord! Already is the drama. No. Yes, stop.
Okay. One thing. Okay, a caveat, I guess, is I'm really bad at shuffling, so please be merciful.
I wanted to see it like just spill everywhere.
It will happen. It has happened. Okay, next we have D.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
I like that.
Yes. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. Actor.
3, 2, 1, stop.
Okay. Ooh. All right. And Metazoa.
Stop.
You're gonna have a bad first day. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this. We see the camera floating over the campus of Strixhaven. It is the very first day. We see throngs of students, all bright-faced and eager, gathering in clusters, clutching their books, saying goodbye to their loved ones as they begin a new adventure here on this perfectly manicured campus. We see flying above us are a number of different carriages that are drawn by strange creatures from other lands. You see things defying gravity. You see streaks of light, impossible shapes, all surrounding you in this very vast place that is between worlds, between time. And here in Strixhaven, we see the camera slowly floating down to the very large building that makes the center, the heart of Strixhaven, the Biblioplex. And just outside the front doors is a small stand. And we see that a very humble paper has been drawn across in a banner, and it says, information. Behind the desk today is a very soft-faced tiefling. We see that she has gray skin and her horns kind of whip back in this sort of purple ombre. She has her hair wild in loose curls, and she smiles brightly to all of the students that come into line. And we see the camera slowly shifting over to the person that comes up to the table next. Please describe to me what Rupert looks like on his first day of school.
Okay, so you would see a centaur, a very short centaur, 5'1", possibly, maybe 2 if you include the very top of his golden horns. He has blonde, golden tinted, slightly ginger possibly, locks, and you can see that there's a slight orange fuzz about his body, thicker around his centaur body. It's not horse or equine, but actually goat. Rupert is a goat centaur. He's got a little cloven hooves that clip-clops along. You can see there's a lot of energy in the way he clip-clops. He's slightly plump, possibly, definitely, but surprisingly nimble. Like you would expect a goat to be. wears a thick knitted jumper and a scarf, and he carries what they call in other lands like a pannier. You know, like a horse has panniers, but it's more like just around the front, like a belt that he wears on the front.
Mhm.
So it's like a fanny panny, if you will.
Uh-huh.
So, and that keeps all his important documents and tools in his little fanny panny. But yeah, he trots up, full of zest, and approaches the tiefling.
As you come up, she says, "Hello there. Welcome to Strixhaven."
Thank you so much. Oh, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Do you need my details? Do you know my name? What's your
Yes.
name? I'd like
Oh, my name is Emilia.
Amelia. Your horns are amazing.
Oh, thank you. I polished them this morning.
Did you? So did I.
Oh, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
All I need from you is your name, please.
I'm Rupert Trottington Esquire.
Oh, Esquire. You see,
Yeah.
she opens up this ornate wooden box right next to her, and as she opens it up, her fingers kind of nimbly begin to file through numerous pages. She pulls out a manila folder and puts it down in front of you. Well, Rupert, this is you. And as she opens up the folder, we see a small piece of paper kind of clipped into the very first page. And it is essentially a piece of paper that's enchanted with illusion magic so it can move in any way that you like. What does Rupert look like in his school photo?
Oh gosh. So Rupert in his school photo has got. Is this for this year? I take it.
Yeah, so
Is
it
it-
would have
yeah.
been like you just got the application, that you got accepted into Strixhaven, you went to an office and got your picture taken by
Okay.
illusion
okay.
magic. Yeah.
By illusion magic. So Rupert is there, and he would have come straight from the Sealy Court. He's because he's Fey touched, and he likes to spend some of his time at the Sealy Court. And he's probably like a bit stuffy looking. He's probably got like a something a little bit formal on, rather than just his casual, little sweater and scarf. And he's probably like that.
You see the tiefling giggle, and she begins to move her finger down the page. So it looks like here that you will be roommates with someone by the name of Kamaria. And
Kamaria.
next is your schedule. As a first year, you will have to, of course, take the mandatory class of magical physiologies. But you see here,
Physiologies.
yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it
okay.
is very, very interesting stuff.
Is that quite a tactile course? I mean, hands-on? Is that what you're saying?
Hardly. Most of
Oh,
it will be
thank goodness.
reading books.
Okay.
Most of the animals that you will be studying are quite dangerous.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. That's thrilling. I can't wait actually.
So-
Physiology.
yes, and
Okay.
here, and we kind of see the rest of your schedule. Please roll me 3d6.
3-6. Okay. Right. D6s.
Okay.
Wait.
Yep. So
that's
roll it.
one.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me it 2 more times. Okay. Okay. So you will be in Arcano-Botany for beginners. You will be in History of Magic and Art. And you will also be in Basic Magical Auras.
Basic magical. He's like furiously trying to write this down. He's got a little notebook. It's got it's very messy. His handwriting's terrible. He's got like an ink pen, and he's into his fanny panny, zips it open, gets this inkwell out, kind of splashes about, and he's like, okay, yes. And what was the last one? I've got magic physiology,
Mhm.
and that was did you say dream? No, the next one was
Arcana-Botany for beginners.
Arcana botany. Okay, yes. history of magical
Mhm.
arts, and it was, what was the last one? Sorry.
Basic magical auras.
Basic magical auras, I guess.
And like as you're
Fantastic.
writing this down, she puts her hand on the one that's not writing. She just gently touches you and says, "It'll be all right. You will have
Oh,
many people to help you on your day
thank you.
here.
I'm very nervous as I haven't been away from home for a very long time.
You will
Thank
find
you.
that everyone here is much the same. Don't
Amelia,
worry."
you've been very kind. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, whenever you're ready, please head on in to orientation. Clip clop away.
Clip away.
I love that. We see a few more students begin to shuffle in, and next in line is your character, Metazoa. Please describe to me what Savant, did I pronounce that correctly? Okay. What they look like as you come up.
All right. Avosavan stands at fairly tall, 4'11". He is like covered mostly blue. He's got a like primary school, like when you learn about red, blue, and yellow, it's that color blue of like a feather coat with like red, orange like feathers on top, kind of like styled in what you could roughly call a mullet. He's got these yellow green eyes, and his outfit is kind of like it's all very like, it's kind of clean lines, sometimes like sharp angular patterns, for lack of a better word, very toyetic in a sense.
Okay. As you come up, you see the tiefling smile up at you and say, "Hello, welcome to Strixhaven. All I will need is your name to get started."
Avosavan is focused on like, if there's like a gateway to the academy, Avosavan is focused on that and is kind of like already walking towards it.
Yeah, there's like these massive doors. There's 2 doors, and you would see that they are wide open right now. They are easily like 10 feet tall, very, very, very looming over those that walk under it. And you see that the door handles on these doors are actually wrought in a way that they're shaped like wizards. So you grab these large figurines of wizards to yank the doors open, essentially. And like as you're beginning to wander that way, "Oh no, please come back. No, hello? Excuse me. Excuse me."
So, this is the magical Strixhaven Academy. This is the place that I will be putting my abilities to the test. I will make sure to use my time here to the fullest. He kind of clenches his talons in front of him, very driven, very ready to succeed.
Oh my god, is this an anime protagonist?
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
I love it. You see the tiefling kind of begin to tap her fingers, and she just smiles softly at you. "Yes, I hope so."
Do you now? I'm glad that you are so eager to watch me succeed.
Oh,
May I ask why you're approaching me like this?
well, you see, you were in line for information. Are you a first year?
This is my first time coming to this school, so yes.
Well, then I have just the information you need to get started.
I just figured I would walk in and then I would start learning.
You can do that. But first, what is your name?
My name is Avosavand, and I intend to become one of the greatest protectors that this world has ever known.
Oh, I love this. And you see her just shuffle quickly back to the desk and pulls out a folder, runs back up to you. "Here you go," handing it to you with 2 hands.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Open it.
Is that supposed to help me save the world? Is that supposed to help me protect anyone?
It will, because it will give you your class list.
I'm sure my class will be more than happy to have me. And he opens up the folder to see. Tries to open it with one hand.
You find that there are a lot of papers in there. It will essentially have like a welcome packet, orientation schedule, all of that. But the very first page is a picture of you in your school photo. What does Ovo Savon look like in their school photo?
It's been a while since I've watched Power Rangers. It's got to be one of those poses he's making in like a photo. I'm sure that there was like a normal photo of him just like staring at one point, but he's very insistent on using one of the ones where he's like standing like this or one of those poses like that.
Very dramatic. Yeah, I love it. And you see her kind of chuckle a little, and she flips the page for you. It appears that your roommate will be someone by the name of Piper, and your class list is here. Please roll me 3 dice 6.
You got it.
As a first year, you will have to take, of course, magical physiologies. You are also enrolled in basic magical auras, beginning computational magic, and history of magic and art.
What does any of that have to do with fighting monsters?
Oh, it has everything to do with fighting monsters. You must know the fundamentals if you will be the best.
I must know the fundamentals if I will be the best. And he kind of almost crushes his folder in his hand as he hears that. With that, he kind of like continues gazing again at the door, the gates to the academy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
I will be sure to put it to good use. And he kind of does like, he doesn't take off flying, but he does kind of do like the running, like he's got a cape behind him. And he runs like proudly into the gate, assumedly until he has to actually open it with his hands.
Oh, it's wide open, so you can go for as long as you want, and the building is really long, so you could run probably like 500 feet forward in the single direction if you wanted.
And he is going to.
I love that. All right, cool. We see the tiefling shuffle quickly back over to the desk and sits down. And next we see Kamaria come up. Please tell me what your character looks like.
Okay, Kamaria is mostly obscured at the moment. She's wearing a very big black cloak, but as she's approaching, it's kind of cautiously sort of lowering the hood, just very big silver eyes looking around at everything, excitedly, nervously, both. She, as she pulls the hood down, just this big, very long poof of curls emerges, and it's threaded with little pearls and silver, and she's wearing lots of silver bangles, earrings, necklaces, just a ton of jewelry. She walks a little leaning to one side, almost as though obscuring something within the folds of the very big, probably too big cloak. Yeah.
And as you come up, the tiefling says, "Hello, welcome to Strixhaven."
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To get started, all I will need is your name.
Okay, it's Kamaria.
Maria. And begins to file through, pulls out a folder, puts it in front of you, opens it up. What does Kamaria look like in her school photo?
Confused, definitely. Has a tie on. It's probably a little askew over just regular clothes, and the tie doesn't match at all. Smiling very big and bright. There's just a hint of fangs in the smile, and the eyes are, again, very big, nervous and excited, almost bordering on manic.
I love it. And you see them gesture to the rest of the page. Your roommate will be someone by the name of Rupert. Oh, Rupert, I just met them.
Roommate?
Yes, Rupert was a very pleasant person. I think that you will get along with them very, very well.
I've never shared a room before.
Oh, you'll find that it is quite lovely. So all first years are required to take magical physiologies, but here are the rest of your classes. Can you please roll me 3d6?
Absolutely. That's a 1, a 6, and a 4.
Okay, you will be taking Arcano-Botany for beginners, beginning Incomancy, and Introduction to Archaeomancy. Oh, you see, she kind of shudders a little bit as she looks over this. I hope that
Is that
you're...
bad? I don't know what most of those words meant.
You will have to invest in a very good quill, let me say that. There will be a lot of note-taking.
Do I have to do all of those at once?
Oh, well, it is spread out throughout the semester. So they won't all be on the same day, but yes, that will be your course load. But if you do need some help, if you'd like to perhaps take some over the summer, we are definitely welcoming of working towards what works best for our students. We do want you to succeed in whatever way possible.
You're so nice.
Thank you.
Do you teach?
No, I am a volunteer student.
Oh, are you in any of my classes?
I am not. I am a second year.
Oh. We can still hang out, though.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I would love to. In fact, I will be over in the cafe about 4 o'clock. If you want to join me for coffee.
I don't know what that is.
I would love to show you.
Okay. That sounds good.
Well, I hope you have the most wonderful day. But if you head into the Biblioplex now, you will catch one of the orientations.
Okay. I am going to give her double-handed wave and just run off.
Okay. So as Kamaria heads into the building, we see another person come up. Can you describe to me what Piper looks like?
Okay, he is a very, very thin, very tall, like long-limbed bugbear. You can see he's probably a good 6'5", but as he gets closer, you'd notice that his posture is absolutely terrible. His legs are kind of bent, his back is bent, his head is kind of mushed down to his shoulders, and you get the feeling that if he actually stood up properly, he'd be closer to about 8 foot tall. But he's doing his best to be as invisible as a massive person can be.
As you come up, you see that the tiefling's bright smile kind of simmers to something softer, and she says, "Hello, welcome to Strixhaven. Did you find your way here all right?"
Piper stops a good 5 foot away from the table, which is much further than anybody else has, and he kind of goes, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you."
If you like, I can give you your welcoming packet to officially bring you into our school.
Yes, please. That would be appreciated.
All I will need is your name.
My name is Novik Tuck, but you can call me Piper.
Okay, Piper. And you see her file through, she pulls out a folder, and she walks around the table very slowly, very respectfully, and holds out the folder to you.
And as she does, he reaches out one of his arms, and it's just incredibly long, and just kind of gently takes it from her hand.
And as you
gives her a little look.
Yeah. She smiles at you and she waits for you to open it. And once you do open it, we see a picture of you animated by illusion magic. What does Piper look like in his school photo?
You can see he's got huge messy hair. There's a huge thick scarf of fur around his neck, and he's got a full on Tom Selleck moustache. And his photo is kind of a look of shock and very kind of misframed in that he's kind of down in the corner like this, looking completely amazed that something's just happened that he wasn't prepared for.
Aww. Could you please roll me 3d6? We'll see what classes you have.
Okay, there is a 6, a 3, and a 1.
Okay. You will be taking Arcano Botany for beginners, Beginning Computational Magic, and Introduction to Archaeomancy.
Ooh, good. I was hoping for that one.
Yes, and of course, as required for all first years, you will also be in Magical Physiologies.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you head into the building, you will be able to join one of the groups for orientation.
You can see a brief look of panic about being involved in a group, but he just gives a nice little nod and then starts to wander off.
Okay. So we see the screen fade to black, and some time passes. We see a number of students shuffling through, going about orientation, which is some kind of a scavenger hunt. It essentially introduces you to the grounds here, especially the biblioplex. It shows you where the cafe is, where you can find the student lounge, all of the different libraries that are available to you. And about lunchtime, we see everyone begin to head over towards their dorm rooms. I just want to say thank you, Papaya Pariah, for the draws for everyone at the table. We also have some extra cards. So, Rupert, please tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Thank you, Papaya. Legend.
Kamaria, please tell me when to stop.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Okay. Ovo Savant.
Right there.
Okay. And we have Piper.
Stop.
Okay, cool. Ooh, spicy.
Oh, good God.
Love those claws. Oh, so good.
They are so hard to type in and write in and roll dice in.
Oh no.
So we see everyone beginning to head their way over to the various rooms. The dorms are split up, and we see that inside of every room, they are configurable to whatever is required for the comfort of the students. So they are extremely customizable. You see that for some of our winged friends, we have different perches and they have windows that open up so you can expose yourself to the rising sun, the setting sun, whatever you prefer. And we see that there are some aquatic figurations for our friends that require water to be comfortable. So please tell me what your side of the room looks like as we see both Rupert and Kamaria. The two of you have kind of had a little bit of introduction to each other. You're beginning to set up your rooms. What does Rupert's side of the room look like?
While you were saying that, I was like, what the hell does a goat sleep on? But he's a goat man. Okay, so I think he probably has like a wide space with lots of cushions. So when he needs to rest, he just kind of like can drop down, like tuck all his little leggies in, his little hooves, and sort of just like tuck in, and then sort of like lie back onto like just like a massive spray of cushions. Has a standing desk, and also has, he's only just but an area where his easel will go for his canvases and his art and his work, because he likes to thrash out some painting. That's how he releases his negative emotions.
I love it. And the camera just slowly pans away from you, and we see Kamaria's side of the room. What does your dorm look like?
Kamaria's side of the room is a lot less interesting. It kind of seems like she's just left everything up to whoever takes care of the dorms. It's just standard bed, standard desk, standard wardrobe, whatever has been given. And she just takes her cloak off, furtively sort of wraps something up in the cloak, tucks that away in the wardrobe, and then she's unpacked.
Excellent. I think as the two of you are kind of like rearranging your room, the door to your dorm is closed. All of a sudden you hear a whisper of paper as a letter gets shoved underneath, and you hear someone's footsteps quickly retreating away from your door.
What's this? Also, hi. I don't think we've been formally introduced. I'm Rupert
Hi.
Cottington Esquire. And you are?
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you have 3 names. That's amazing. I'm just Kamaria, but my name has 3 syllables, I think.
Please just call me Rupert.
but-
I'm being formal. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Kamaria,
That
I
is
love that name.
okay. Thanks. I'm in a lot of classes. Maybe we have some classes together. Maybe we could walk there together.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah,
really
your
excited
eyes
about staying around.
silver. Your eyes are silver.
Yes,
That's
they are.
incredible. Amazing.
Thank you. I love your horns.
Thanks. I polished them this morning. Thank you. What is this thing? Did you hear someone like running away after posting this?
I did. Maybe it's a love letter. I hear that you get those at school.
Yeah, I mean, the only person I've met is Amelia at the front who gave us our details. She
was
seemed
lovely.
awfully nice. She was lovely. Do you want to open it? You open it.
Okay, I'll open it.
Okay,
And
Kamara, as you pick it up, you see that it has your name on it.
both of us?
It has just Kamaria's name on it.
Oh.
Can I see that? Can I be peeking over?
Yeah, absolutely. It in a very, very fine script. It says Kamaria.
I'm just gonna
It
Kamaria
could
has
be a
very
love
long,
letter already.
I can't believe it. I mean, I kind of assumed this would happen, but I didn't think it would happen so fast. And Kamaria has very long nails and is just gonna very delicately, like a letter opener, slice it open.
Yeah, so you pull out a piece of paper and you find that it is very small. It feels quite rich in texture. You can tell that this is a very fine piece of parchment. And as you unfurl it to read it, it says, "I've got my eye on you. You have drawn the Flames card. Something supernatural is drawn towards you."
Could I see that? Did I see that over her shoulder?
It's up to Kamaria.
Okay.
Yes, I fully this is a love letter, and I'm down for you to look at
Okay.
it. I'm like excitedly showing
Excited,
it.
yeah.
Probably.
Oh, this is
They
exciting.
have their eye on me. Is this romantic? I think it's romantic.
Oh, I hope so. I hope it's not the other type of thing.
What's the other type of thing?
I don't know, like creepy.
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think anybody would be creepy. This is a school.
Yeah. Is it
There's
scented?
rules, right?
Yeah, there's rules. Of
sniff
course
it.
there's
It
rules.
smells like fire and brimstone.
It smells spicy.
Ooh. That's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Of course, like, only in D&D would you find, like a fucking death threat and be like, "Oh, it smells spicy."
Has it got a name? Does it have a name on it?
No.
No, that's all it says.
Oh, that's so
Must be a
mysterious.
secret
Oh, you're so
admirer
lucky.
kind of
Oh my.
thing.
This is great.
I'm sure you'll get one too. Don't worry.
That's okay. I don't mind. I love this. This is great. I'm so
as-
happy for you. Carry on.
As the two of you kind of continue along, we see the camera fade to black, and then it refocuses on both Ovo Savant and Piper. The two of you share a room. What does Ovo Savant's side of the room look like? And you can take total creative liberty with the structure of it.
Okay. Whatever the equivalent of a race car bed would be, Savant has one of those. The equivalent, he would have like a shelf with a bunch of different heroes and like kind of like dolls or like figures of heroes, equivalent to like a Transformers or a G.I. Joe, like heroes like that. Maybe like pamphlets of like stories about them, as well as like his own little corner with like posters, fan posters of them. The most prominent one being a guy giving a thumbs up saying, "Remember, stay in school." And then you could maybe make out another one about not using dangerous substances, try not to cheat, winners don't use, etc., etc. Other things of that nature. Very Saturday morning cartoon. Like,
Ovo Savan, you have found that perhaps you had left your room for a split moment, like to get more tape, or whatever reason you had left. This is before Piper had come in. When you came back, you noticed that there were some things missing. You have drawn the Ruin card. Please remove 2 non-magical items from your inventory. It seems as you're back into your room, someone has stolen something from you. You aren't quite sure where they've gone, who's done it, but it does inconvenience you just a little bit.
I can't believe someone would sully my belongings like this. Again, very much like the shaking fist to the sky, "You'll pay for this!" type style.
Excellent. After some time, we see Piper move in. Piper, what does your side of the room look like?
The side is as roomy as the ceiling is allowed. And other than that, there's almost nothing there, with the exception of 3 things. In one side, there's a small little, like, stone altar. On the other side, there's a small little stand with what appears to be a very nice pipe hanging on it. And in the middle is just a small stack of thick books that look very well read. But the floors are barren, the walls are barren, and Piper is kind of tucked into one of the corners, kind of hands wrapped around his knees, taken aback at how loud Oversovond already is.
I'm gonna say that perhaps orientation did not go as well for you as one would have hoped. You do find that you were quite winded by the time you get to your dorm room, and essentially the next couple of days you'll find that you just aren't quite balanced. You have drawn the balance card, so please reduce your hit points to halfway, and also if you have any spell slots, half of them get expended. So you just feel this like sort of fatigue coming over you as you meet your dorm room mate for the first time.
Very fitting. The pressure of all of this has clearly got to him. He's just kind of sat there looking at Oversovond, shaking his fist at things and just kind of completely wondering what he's got himself into.
Whenever you would have come in to start setting up your room, I'm sure Oversovond would have turned around and said, "You. Was it you? Did you take my limited edition general's armor? Do you know how much money my parents saved on that to purchase me that, to gift me that?"
You can just see Piper's completely wide-eyed. He's going to... No?
Yeah. Also, my character is barely like 5 feet. Is your character like super intimidated looking down? Or...
Oh yeah, he's completely like scrumpled up and still a good 3 foot taller than you.
All right. Amazing. Yeah. Well, I think there needs to be a few ground rules set here. So, ground rule, you don't cross this dividing line between our rooms, all right? And while we're at it, he flaps his wings and flies up to like eye level. Let's set some air rules too. You do not get to stretch yourself over into my space. Is that understandable?
You can see that he's completely just backed up as far as he can go. He's just kind of going,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Now, obviously, I am allowed to do this because the entrance to our room is through your side of the room. But that's the only time. So no touching my stuff. And we will be just fine. And he flies back down and continues setting up his posters.
As soon as he turns around, Piper's going to reach out his ridiculously long arms and just kind of touch the very edge of the floor on the other side, and then just head back and hide back in the corner again.
I love that. So we see the screen fade to black here, and we skip some time. We see something come up on the screen, and it says, "A few weeks later." We find the group of students joined together in... Let's see. We find ourselves inside of the Fire Jolt Cafe. The group of you have been at Strixhaven for a couple of weeks now, and you have attended classes, you have met various students, and you have all joined together having taken what was a flyer saying, "Study Group." Are you dreading the upcoming Magical Physiologies exam? Well, fear no more. Join the most elite study group. Be prepared for all things. Meet at the Fire Jolt Cafe at 5 p.m. Don't be late. And each one of you has received this flyer, and there is just this sense of dread that has just washed over the entire campus that affects all first years. This will be your first exam, your first test here at Strixhaven. And it's kind of hard to shake. You feel that there's a lot at stake here. And so as the scene opens up, the four of you are in a private booth at the Fire Jolt Cafe. We have music lightly playing in the background. You hear the soft murmur of other students huddled together in similar study groups. The smell of coffee wafts through the air. It has been strong and steady all day long, especially today of all days. What does our heroes look like as they are buried in books, trying to study? What is your demeanor? How are you taking this? And we'll start with Kamaria.
Okay. Kamaria has had her first coffee and has become a little bit obsessed with it. And has like just the biggest, tallest iced coffee available. And is probably studying less hard than everybody else, I think. The books are mostly just filled with doodles. Hasn't quite wrapped her head around what an exam is. Never had one of those before. So she's mostly just vibing. She has ditched the robe over the past few weeks, and so everybody becomes kind of aware. She's very willowy, tall, and very, very skinny. A dark skin and clothes that are always a little bit too poofy and very inconvenient and unprofessional for school. They kind of dip the sleeves into things a lot.
That's so cute.
That's her.
Next to Kamaria is Piper. What do you look like during a studying session?
Piper has brought every book he can and has created a kind of fort for which to hide behind, where you can just about see the top of his furry head sticking up above the biggest book, and very occasionally just one arm comes around to get a biscuit or something off the table. But otherwise, he's still very much trying to hide.
Very good. Across from Piper is Ovo Savant.
Ovo Savant has a couple of books open, like this kind of, and behind it, he's like playing with a couple of his figures. He's using his quill that he's supposed to be using for like taking notes or something, and just going, shh. If anyone is around him, they can hear him making like There to the side of his little area is one of those folded up paper footballs. That's what he's been doing.
I love it. And next to Ovo Savant is Rupert.
Rupert is wearing, like, he's joined a few clubs. He's got a few pins on his, like, jacket and his scarf. He's still super bubbly. He's probably had maybe a haircut. Like, he's probably got something quite cool and hip. Nothing too outrageous because he wants to keep his curls. Maybe it's a mullet. Maybe it's like a curly mullet. But he doesn't drink coffee. He's got like a fruit tea. And he's trying to study. He's still got his fanny panny. He's got a couple of notebooks in there, so it's looking bigger and heavier. He's got his quill, and he's trying to remember. He's trying to make rhymes for like magic physiology, like the beholder is beholden, central eye is golden. There's no magic there. It's anti-magic. And he's trying to remember facts through spoken word.
So sitting between Rupert and Kamaria is Drasomir. He's such a good boy. So Drasomir kind of looks up at you, Rupert, pushes up his spectacles and says, "Well done, Rupert. That sounds extravagant and quite an excellent pitch."
I reply to Drasomir and like in Minotaur, I speak it and I'm like, I am so happy. Thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. It's these trying times and I just need a little bit of inspiration just to get me over that finish line. Thank you so much. I'm a big fan.
You see, if he could blush, he would blush, but he kind of adopts a very shy expression. And you see him kind of lift up the book that he was reading to the group of you.
"Well, I will not be taking the exam with you this year, as I am a second year, and I have already taken this exam. But I am very determined that all of you succeed."
You see his eyes casting over everyone. Some of us are not paying close attention, but he doesn't seem to command your attention here at the table, and he just kind of continues along, reading.
"Sloddy are aberrations known for their regenerative abilities and magical resistance. Inexperienced scholars and adventurers sometimes assume that slod is a misspelling or mispronunciation. Calling these creatures salad is frowned upon."
The salad is not valid when you're talking about the slard.
How does one combat this salad?
Oh, my dear friend, make sure you don't put salad on your exam. You will immediately get points reduced. But if you must fight them,
You see him flipping pages.
there are a different number of ways to combat them. You find...
Only.
Yes,
Adjust spectacles.
if you turn to page 321, you will find that there is a chart of the different slod and the way to, perhaps, interact with them.
What if you want to make friends with them, though?
That's a good point. What if you do want to make friends?
Oh, yes.
Don't put this on my exam. Okay.
What if it's like a really cute salad and you can't hit it?
Well, I suppose you can always try to resort to matters of diplomacy.
I think that should be our first resort to diplomacy rather than our last resort.
Oh, yes, I quite agree. But sometimes violence may be the answer, unfortunately.
Hear like a gentle face palm from behind the books.
Have you ever met one?
Me? Oh, good heavens, no. No, not yet.
If
Have you-
such a monster were causing destruction, then it should be stopped, shouldn't it?
y- as perhaps we put the priority in the safety of people around us. Yes, quite. But I do so admire your passion and determination, Ovo Savant.
Oh, he's so passionate. He is
Like
so
being the
passionate.
monster.
Piper's eyes briefly become visible above as he just kind of goes, and back down again.
Okay, so taking exams in Strixhaven does have a number of mechanical things. There are 2 phases. There is an studying phase and then the exam phase. So we will begin with the studying phase here. So you do get the choice of determining how you want to study for exam. Your options are study alone, which is the default, pulling an all-nighter, which is where you stay up all night and try to cram everything as much as you can, studying together, which you've been kind of set up for here as a group, skipping studying if you want to go do something else with this precious time, and also just not studying at all. So
I want to study group. I want to team up, share our experiences. I want to hear stories of my fellow students and try and help each other. Maybe they know something which could help me.
Yeah, absolutely. And we don't, as a group, have to choose the same one. So if anyone here wants their character to go do something else, or perhaps study by themselves and break off, that's definitely an option here. Does anyone want to do anything different other than the study group?
Piper is waiting for Oversavon to make his decision first.
Avosavon is starting to read up on like the slotty itself, and he's gonna start like doing an imagine spot with his figures, just like imagining one of them is a slotty and one of them is like another, like an adventurer fighting it with what he knows, and that's how he's gonna study.
Okay, excellent. So that does sound like you're kind of studying by yourself. Okay.
Unless someone wants to listen in, but
Yeah. So Piper, you do see that Ovo Savant is not really tuning into Drazomir's session here, but Ovo Savant is definitely occupied with something.
Piper's gonna like slide over to the other two and just kind of open his books questioningly.
oh no, it's got magic. It's not going to work.
You can
I
see the
think-
shudder go down Piper. It's been a couple of weeks.
Are you okay? Do you need help there, Piper?
I'm good. I'm good. It's just a bit much sometimes. Feeling a bit under the weather. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh no, what are we going to do?
It's the way he's saying it.
Much for just one person.
Can I like cast minor illusion to make the whole kind of like study setting of Ozavond got more real, like sort of more detailed?
Yeah, absolutely. What spell do you want to cast here? Take creative liberty. Tell me what it looks like.
I'll use minor illusion. I'll just use the cantrip and maybe prestidigitation as well, just so that I add some sparkle. And so I'll add. I'll make the slotty look like real, like scales. They've got the claws, the big frog mouth, and like. Rah!
Okay. I'll pull up a picture of Slod for chat here. But yeah, so you pull up this frightening visage of
A
the
blue one,
Slod.
a nice blue. Oh, have you got a blue one? Is it a blue one?
Yeah, I got a blue one.
All right.
Yeah, show to players. Yeah, so you see this
Yeah.
fucking thing is just on the desk now. It's clearly an illusion. How does everyone respond to this?
Piper recoils and straight back into his book fort.
Ooh, he's messing with my stuff.
But as you can see, the talons, the claws, they've got special properties. You have to avoid those. In fact, you have to avoid most of it. But there is a way to defeat them, isn't there, Kamaria?
Yeah, diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
I told you it was cute.
Oh my god. Okay, so we will go ahead and move into the mechanical phase here of studying. So what we're going to do here is an ability check of your choice. So essentially you can use any one of your skills here. It's totally up to you. So for example, if you wanted to use athletics, you could say that you know the names of the different muscles in your arms, and you kind of make an acronym based off of that. You're like the forearm, you know, I don't know. Like you could like use like sleight of hand for different hand gestures to help you memorize the different facts. You could just do straight history just for like memory recall. You could use nature, kind of leaning more towards your knowledge of creatures and trying to associate them with the slot. Literally any skill ability that you'd want to choose. If you succeed in this check, you will get a special reroll that you can use during the testing phase. Because we are doing this as a group, except for Ovo Savant, you will get advantage on this roll. So Rupert, what ability do you want to use? You get advantage here.
I would carry on using performance and using mnemonics to try and use rhymes to make the sort of facts about the creatures sink in. I'd be very glad not to meet a slard. So, and then go into more details, obviously, about what they're like.
Okay, go ahead and
Okay.
roll me performance at advantage.
Okay, hopefully, beyond 20 does this.
Yes, 21.
Ooh.
Okay, you have succeeded in the studying phase here. So you will get a reroll. Okay.
So-
So Kamaria, what skill do you want to use here?
Feel free to say no, DM, but
Yeah.
I think Kamaria is relying completely on Rupert. Kamaria is doing very little reading or writing herself, but is really, really entertained by her friend's antics. So I'd like to use perception.
Yes, absolutely. That makes perfect sense to me. And you roll this at advantage.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, can you show your lyre?
This is Rupert's lyre. I'm proficient in
Oh, can you
it.
hold it up a little higher? Yeah, the name was hiding it. So pretty. Okay, sorry.
That's a nat 20 for a 23 with
Oh,
advantage.
hell yeah. Okay, excellent. Yeah, this has definitely left an impression on you. And I think like the tune and the words are like they just, you know, earworm into you. It's gonna actually get stuck in your head now. I love that. All right, Piper, what skill do you want to use? And you get to do this at advantage.
Piper is going to try and quietly intimidate himself into keeping up with things and to doing the best he can.
Oh,
So you
that
can
is
just-
a mood.
You can just kind of hear him whispering, "Come on, you're a bugbear. You're 8 foot tall. You can do this."
Yes. Roll intimidation at advantage.
Oh dear. Oh no, that is a 13.
13. Okay, that is still good. You pass. So you will also get a reroll. Your words of encouragement, however aggressive they might be, if they manage to put you into shape here. Oh, Savant, you are blazing your own trail here. So
Right.
for you, this will be regular. What skill do you want to use? You do not get advantage here.
Run this by me. Avosavant is kind of making up a story involving like the stuff that he's read. If he's gonna be throwing around his figures, just making them do like a bunch of like stunts and stuff. Can I use acrobatics?
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense.
Sick.
Okay,
That's really funny.
that's
makes
really
sense.
funny. Okay, that is a nat 1 into a 5. Unfortunately, you don't get a reroll here. So can you describe to me why this just doesn't hit?
Sure. Avosavant kind of gets lost in like the dramatics and the story of it all. So instead of talking about, oh my God, it has this resistance, or you can't fight it with this, eventually the characters fighting the slot pick up like an instant death beam or pull out some kind of instant death magic. And the slot counters with its own everything proof shield type thing. And so he's talking about stuff that's completely outside the realm of the actual slot and everything that would be pertinent to actually like passing this test. So essentially the story just becomes complete nonsense and all about, tossing the figures up in the air, catching them, making one of them jump from a high place. So there's a whole lot of not a lot of
baby.
yeah, there's actually like studying happening here.
I love that so much. Okay, excellent. So unfortunately, Ovo Savant will not get the reroll during the testing phase, but everyone else will get one pocket reroll. So we see that the night begins to draw towards a close. You can hear people leaving, and you see the curtain to your booth get yanked open, and the bartender that's been treating you today says, "Unfortunately, we'll be closing soon. Please wrap up shortly and make your way out. Thank you." And then draws the curtain closed again.
Well, I guess that's it. I guess we're ready. Are you all ready? We're ready.
Please. There's no test that I can't get past.
Well,
Inside check.
I think Ovo Savant actually believes that with their whole essence, so I don't think you need to roll here.
Unwavering.
Yeah. You see Drowsomir adjust his spectacles again. He says,
well, I wish you the very best, everyone. Please make sure you get plenty of sleep. Hydrate. Don't skip breakfast. You don't want to take a test on a hungry stomach. Good luck.
Thank you, Drowsomir. Thank you for all your help.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for the wonderful poetry.
It's my pleasure. Good day. Good day. Good day.
Goodbye. Good night, everyone.
and thus the night comes to a close. The next morning, you wake up. You shuffle your way out into Professor Verelda Lang's classroom. At the fore of the class, you see this very stoic, very stern, very well-manicured woman. She is a dryad with these long, sweeping bark. You see like these various leaves and tendrils of wood and various flowers just sweeping back from her face and forming a very tight bun. And at the very front of the class, she says, "Do not cheat. I will know if you cheat. If you cheat, you will be expelled. You will suffer under academic detention." I've been teaching this class for years now. Very many years. Nothing escapes my visage. I will know. You will find on your desks your exams. There are 2 parts to your exam. There's multiple choice and an essay. Make sure you fill out both. There will be no retakes. You may begin. Everyone begins to flip open their papers. The shuffling of... Yes.
I forgot my pen.
That's all right. That's all right. You see her come swirling up, and she doesn't have legs. They are more or less these roots, kind of tentacle-like. And she kind of her way over to you, and she extends a quill out to you.
Your legs are really cool. Thank you.
She kind of keeps her chin high. If she could blush, she would blush. Yes, Ovo Savant, what is it?
What is the answer to this first question?
Oh, no. Oh, Savant, no.
No questions. No. Take your test silently. Begin
this
now.
Is part of the test. I understand.
Okay. Oh my god, I love it. Your teacher hates you so much. Oh my god, but I love them with my whole heart. Okay.
Professor,
Yes, Rupert, what is it?
I'm so sorry, but are we allowed to snack throughout this exam?
No, take your exams.
Okay.
She's so mean. Okay. As you look at your exam, you see that it is multiple choice here in the first part of the test. Questions about red, blue, green, gray, and death slotty. I need an arcana check from Rupert, please. So the way that this works, before you roll, you do get one reroll for the whole test. So you can use it after you roll here, or you can use it for the second part, which is the exams, okay?
Okay.
So go ahead and
Right.
roll Arcana.
Let's go Arcana. Let's go.
Okay, you
I'll
rolled
take
a
that.
20.
Jesus.
You just going to take
I'll
it?
take that.
Okay.
Yep.
So tell me Rupert's reaction, how they're feeling as you completely ace the multiple choice part.
It's flooding back. Everything, the mnemonics, it's just bam. I prepped, I worked, and I got lucky. The questions that were there, are the ones that I studied. So it's just like, bam. Miss, may I leave?
No, turn it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
There's a second part.
Oh, okay.
Rupert,
I'm so sorry. Okay.
right on the exam now. Okay, wonderful. Kamaria, roll me an Arcana check, please.
Sure. I just for the knowledge of the chat, I have a negative intelligence modifier.
It'll be fine.
No, that was a natural one, so I'm gonna use that reroll now.
Okay, you do have the one reroll. You're now at 0. Go ahead and roll again. That's so unlucky.
That's a 2. So with my -1, that's another 1.
Okay, Kamaria, can you describe to me how you absolutely just blank on this part of the test?
I just found out that my teacher has tentacle legs, and that's all I'm thinking about.
I love that so much. Kamaria, right now, as you're taking this test, what are you wishing for right now? You have drawn the moon card. You cast a wish right here, right now. You don't have to overthink it. What do you want right now?
I'm wishing that I could have tentacle legs.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So you're trying to take this test. All you can think about is tentacle legs, and all of a sudden, you just feel your legs kind of more underneath your robe. You now have tentacle legs.
And now all I can think about is my own tentacle legs. And I'm just like, everybody, I think, because it's quiet, it's the exam room, everybody can just hear the like quiet suction, like, of Kamari's tentacle legs.
Is this distraction part of the test?
Quiet, over Savon. Just take your exam. Oh my god.
Very well.
Over Savant. Please roll me an Arcana check. Okay, 17. Do you want to keep it? Oh, you have no choice. You don't have a reroll. Okay, you passed this part of the exam, so please tell me what this looks like.
Avosavond, is this multiple choice, this part?
This one's multiple choice.
Avosavond fills out C for all of them.
Okay.
And then for the last one, he fills out a B.
Okay. What's really funny is that just happens to canonically be the correct answer.
Damn.
Yep.
Incredible. Yeah, Avosavond says, Avosavond is just thinking, the sooner we get past this, the sooner I get to learn more about fighting and protecting others. It'll be that simple.
I love it. Okay, Piper, roll me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, Jesus. That's a natural 1 for 4.
Okay, you do have a reroll. This is your one and only reroll. Do you want to use it here?
I'm going to keep it.
Okay, you're going to keep it. So tell me, Piper, how you failed this part of the test.
Okay, yeah, I mean, Piper's there just looking at the sheet in front of him, just sweat dripping down him, and all he can hear inside his head is, "You will never get past my invisible invincibles field." And it's just the last few days of Ozifason's little combat thing is just in his head. He cannot get it out of there.
Oh no. Okay, perfect. We hear the collective turning of paper as everyone flips it over, and it says at the very top of the page here, diffusing slod confrontations. Write a short essay about commonly accepted ways to keep slotty calm during unexpected encounters. Rupert, roll me an insight check.
Inside. Let's go.
17. You have a reroll. Do you want to keep it?
I'm gonna keep that 17. I'm gonna keep that.
Okay, cool. Tell me how you crush the exam.
So it's still working out great for Rupert, like with his study program, his method of just making things into rhymes and then having those flow back. He has got a little distracted with what's going on just with his bestie. And that kind of, like, a few lines has popped into his head, and he's like, deep in the lore, what's that sound on the floor? My bestie Kamara has 8 leggies more. What's going on?
Period.
Oh my god. You hear Professor Varela Lang saying, Rupert!
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes. I'm just trying to get to the root of the problem.
Oh my god. Everyone just hears the sound of like wood grinding as she rolls her eyes. Kamaria, please roll me an insight check.
I'm good at that one. Yeah, that's a lot better. It's a 15 plus 5 for a dirty 20.
Excellent. So tell me how you crush this part of the exam.
I've been over the past few days, diplomacy was a new word for Kamaria. I've had Rupert explain it to me, and I get it now, and I've been thinking about this a lot. And surprisingly articulately, maybe with a few spelling mistakes, I described the way in which I would simply become friends with the salad.
I love it. We see like a flash forward of Professor Varel Delang like grading your paper, and as she reads the word salad, she just holds her head, but she says, it's a compelling argument. I literally cannot take points off of this. I just yes, stamp of approval. I love it. Okay, next we have Piper. Roll me an insight check, please.
That is a 3 for a total of 6.
Okay, you have one reroll.
How many other chances am I going to need to re-roll this in the future?
This is the only time you're ever going to use this reroll. It's a special reroll.
So just for this one check?
Yeah, so you should use it.
Yeah, okay. That's a 5 for an 8.
Okay, 8. Unfortunately, you fail this part of the exam. Tell me what's going on for Piper.
Piper is just head in hands, and anyone close enough can just gently hear him whispering, your metal plate is no match for my thunder shock.
Oh.
Oh my god, Piper.
He's having
Solidarity.
complete breakdown.
Oh,
That's so funny.
it makes me sad. I want to help him.
Okay, next we have Ovo Savant. Roll me an insight check, please.
An insight check.
You have
Got
0 rerolls.
Yep.
13. Okay. I don't know how, but you passed. Tell me what this looks like.
Avosava, what is the subject of this essay? I'm sorry.
It is diffusing slotty confrontations.
Avosavan makes a comic strip, basically showing like a confrontation between a slotty and like a faceless hero, basically showing a very dramatic like a very dramatic encounter between the two that's on the verge of battling. And then he kind of shows like a choose your own adventure at the very end. One of them shows where it breaks down into a battle, and one of them shows an answer where they're able to like team up and go and fight another greater evil, like off in the distance, with like the end at the bottom.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much for the blessing for actor.
Oh, wait.
You do have a reroll. Do you want to use it now?
I think I probably should.
Okay. One last time.
Okay. That was a 6 for a 9.
9.
Whoa.
Okay, unfortunately that's not enough.
No!
That is really unfortunate. So we see a montage of everyone turning in their pages here. And
Is this the last? Oh, sorry. Sorry to interrupt. Is
Yep.
this the last chance? Was this the end of the exam?
Yeah, so the exam is about to end. You see that there are students currently standing up and beginning to turn in their papers. Did you want to do something?
Can I use my re-roll to help Piper? Is there anything?
So I will allow it, but it will count as cheating for both of you if you get caught.
Piper is, at this point, Piper is under his desk. His head is just in between his knees, and his hands are just up on top of the table, just kind of going.
Oh.
So he is, if you want to cheat, go right ahead. He will have no idea that you've done it.
I don't
But
think you're going
I-
to finish the test like that.
I will totally accept any responsibilities that happen if you do.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So Rupert, cheating here, I need you to roll me cheating. Okay. Roll
That's,
me a deception check and a sleight of hand check.
2 rolls. Shit.
Yeah.
What have I got myself into? Okay, deception.
Wow, that's a nat 20.
24.
Okay. Okay. You need a sleight of hand now.
Sleight of hand. This is too intense.
That's a
Ooh.
6.
Can I use my re-roll for on a sleight of hand?
Yes.
Does that mean I can take the 20?
No, roll again. 12.
Wow. Whoa.
Okay.
This is good.
So describe to me how you help Piper here and you get away with it.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna try and use. I'm gonna trip over Kamaria's new legs and fall onto Piper's desk, and then quickly just like.
Oh my god, I am so sorry. I don't know how to use these yet. Are you okay?
Where did these come from, Kamaria? Where did these beautiful legs come from?
I was
I'm
just
so
thinking
sorry.
that I really
I-
wanted them and then they came.
Oh,
Most
gosh.
of will go over to help you up because he was up handing in his paper, but he will go and help you up.
Okay, yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, sort of like struggling against. I don't want to get up just yet, and because I'm busy. Oh,
You just hear the teacher. The teacher's not looking at you right now and just like, Rupert! Collecting papers from other people.
have you seen these legs? I'm so sorry. These fantastic legs that just
They
appeared
cannot
from
help.
nowhere.
They cannot help
They're
being clumsy.
purple. That's my favorite color.
So eventually, somehow, you end up filling out information on Piper's thing. The exams get collected. They're turned in. You are all kicked out. You all sweat in the hallways. Everyone comes back in. They are dispersed again to their rightful owners. You see that, Rupert, you have passed with an ace. You get an A++.
Oh, bestie.
Nailed it.
Kamaria, you have a C+. You passed.
That's better than I was expecting.
Ovo
Ah,
Savant. You have a gold star sticker on yours. You have drawn
Ooh.
the comet card. You level up.
Oh.
What the fuck?
You have successfully completed this encounter. You are now basically going to be level 3 after our break.
What the?
Go, Bosman.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well played,
Avasavan-
Sal. Well played.
Avasavan looks at his paper and says, "But of course."
All according to Keikaku.
I came here to learn how to fight monsters. He crushes the test in his hand and says, "This doesn't even rank."
And Piper, yours says C+.
Piper's just kind of stood there in complete disbelief because the only thing he remembers handing in is a very crude drawing of a bugbear kicking an Okoro up the bum.
Oh yeah.
But it seems to have worked, so maybe it had a deeper meaning to it.
Yeah, you could probably hear Avasavan just being like, "Did they really think that such a test like this would be enough to stop me?" In the background, things like that.
Excellent. And as we see the screen fade to black here as students begin to leave the classroom, this is where we're going to take our break. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes. Please join us in grabbing some water, doing some stretches, using the restroom, and we will be right back. So we see a little montage here of everyone going along their way, winding down for the night after the high of passing your test. Some of you perhaps a little more confused than others. Over the next couple of days, we have people gathering together at the Bows End Tavern to celebrate, and you have been invited by your peers to join along with them. Piper, as you make your way back to your dorm with Ovo Savant, you find that the door to your dorm is open and there is a package waiting on your bed? Question mark?
Oh,
Yeah. The floor?
on my floor, yes.
Yeah, on the floor there is a package and it says Piper on it.
Piper's just going to kind of circle around it like a cat wondering what's going on and start just poking it from as far away as possible to see if it does anything.
It does not. Ovo Savant, you are also in this scene here and you watch Piper very curiously poking this thing that's clearly marked for him.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but mail theft is a crime. So I cannot open this for you.
Does it have any kind of bow or wrapping or anything, or is it just a paper with name on it?
Yeah, so it's like this basically like butcher's paper and there's just twine. It's very, very simple. And there's a card and it just says Piper.
Okay, then he's going to reach forward as far away as possible, just grab one end of the twine and pull, and then take a step back to see.
Okay. As you pull, you see the box kind of flop open and you both behold what is essentially a garment, and it's been very neatly folded here. You see that the texture of it seems to be kind of leathery. It is very dark in color, and it has a collar which kind of swoops up very dramatically, and it has these sort of waved kind of curved edges. So it's not completely smooth all the way around. It kind of swoops down around.
How dangerous does it look?
It looks very dangerous, but it's just a piece of clothing.
Okay, Piper's going to grab his pipe from off the rack and just kind of hook it under the collar and lift it up to see.
Okay,
And
as you
just kind of look at it.
Yeah, as you like unfold it and it kind of begins to swoop down, you realize it's a cloak. And it seems to be very influenced by bats.
Would you like
Kind
me
of
to
good.
beat it up?
I've got it. I've got it. And he just kind of brings it close to him and has a quick look around everything.
Vosovan like tosses aside his great club.
Yeah, it's very, very fine material. You can tell that it has been made by master crafting, and it's your size. If you were to put it on, it would swoop all the way down to your ankles, where it would literally just swallow whole anyone else.
And you said the collars kind of swoop up and help hide the face?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's going to try it on just to see how much of his face it covers.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of like just hides everything but your eyes when you put it on, and it's very soft and comfortable.
This is rather nice. I kind of like this.
I hope you do. It does look very nice.
You look so
Is it?
edgy. Do you keep it?
How does it look with a moustache?
If I say it looks bad, will you stop wearing it? This is just a rhetorical question because it looks fine. I just figured that would help you decide whether you like it or not.
I'll keep it till I find out more about it. Yes, it would be rude not to if it was addressed to me.
You have drawn the key card. You gain a rare magic item.
Ooh.
This is called Cloak of the Bat. While wearing this cloak, you have advantage on stealth checks. In an area of dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges of the cloak with both hands and use it to fly a speed of 40 feet. If you ever fail to grip the cloak's edges while flying this way, you are no longer, or if you are no longer in dim light or darkness, you lose the flying speed. While wearing
Fantastic.
the cloak in an area of dim or darkness, you can use your action to polymorph yourself and turn into a bat.
Oh, wow. Would he immediately understand what it does?
You have to attune to it you
Okay,
have to
so
wear
no.
it for an hour.
Okay. Excellent.
Cool.
Become an odd card.
Yeah.
And just so you know, because I will also respect the ground rules and the air rules that I've established, despite how good that cloak looks, I will not touch it. And he goes back to his side of the room.
Piper kind of goes down into his floor bed and just kind of wraps up in it for a little bit.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So some time passes, and it is approximately about 5 o'clock when the group of us meet outside the Bows
Map
and
change.
Tavern.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Map change.
Zoom in
Do
so I can see
still
things.
have tentacle? Do I still have the tentacle legs?
So when Kamaria said, I wish I had tentacle legs, was it more of like I wish I had tentacle legs just to feel what it's like? Or like, oh my god, that's cool, I wish that was me, I wish I had tentacle legs forever?
Yeah, I think it was more of like, what does that feel like?
Okay, so I think by now they're gone.
Okay.
So, around 5 p.m., the group of you have gathered outside of the Bows and Tavern, all meeting to have dinner together. You hear whoops of excitement filling the air as you approach the tavern here. You are now on the tavern's patio, and you see 3 student mages with brightly colored hair begin to sing a jaunty tune and pluck at various instruments as a crowd begins to head into the direction of the tavern.
Oh my goodness, I want to join them. Friends, let's follow these people. Let's follow these musicians, these wonderful music storytellers. Let's go. Let's go.
Vosovan stays behind because he doesn't know you that well.
I will do anything that Rupert tells me to do. I'm in.
Okay.
Piper's going to follow along, especially if Ovason kind of hangs back a bit.
It's been a few days since the exam. Can I have had a moment at some point with Piper to say, hey, look, I helped you a little bit in the exam. I hope
What?
you don't mind.
What? How?
I cheated.
What? No.
And yes.
But
You were hiding under the desk and you were just drawing pictures. I saw it.
what if you get in trouble?
Fuck it. I don't care.
But I do. What if you get kicked out because you helped me?
Shh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're good, yeah?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah! Come on! Well, this is before anyway, but get it.
You guys kick the doors open and you find that music is flowing. You hear the clinking of glasses. You see that there is a great number of people here, all excitedly shouting about. A student kind of hops nearby and says, "They finally got some Wizard Gizzard machines in here. You have to come play with us."
They,
Kamaria.
what's a Wizard Gizzard machine?
I don't know, but it sounds so cool.
I want to play with a Wizard Gizzard machine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ovo Savant, what did you say?
Oh, I just said he walks in now because he just feels like going in.
Okay, yeah. So the group of you, as you're kind of passing by the patio here, it is an outdoor patio. There are a number of tables all around you and open air. Stepping inside of the main dining room here, you see that it is filled with students. A lot of them are kind of gathered in clumps here. You recognize a ton of people from the school. You know that the Bows End Tavern is a very popular late night hangout for both staff and students. As you're kind of making your way in here, you see that one side of the tavern's main room, the tables and chairs have been shifted to create a large rectangular open space. We'll say that it is over here for the purposes of the... Over. Did that work? No. I need to... Over here. There you go. You see on the south side of this space, a single table stands flush against the wall. On it are a few strange-looking boxes with funnels protruding from them at an angle. 20 feet opposite of that table, a small bucket rests on the floor. You see that one of the students that you might recognize, Yavanesh, is over there currently messing with the machine, and there's a crowd of people around. Let me show you Yavanesh. He's a good boy. Look at his picture.
Oh my goodness. I
He
love
looks
him.
pretty roguish.
Very.
Right? Same jacket, though.
Yep.
Same vibe. So you see there are, as the group of you step in, there's a group of students over that way, and you see that there is someone tending the bar towards the north. What do you want to do?
Friends, allow me to buy the first round, okay?
Are you speaking
Okay.
to me as well?
You're included in that.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go. Excuse me, bartender.
As you come up to the bartender here, they look down to you and they say, "Yes, what can I get you?"
I would like I'd like a fruit wine. Kamaria, what would you like?
Something with bubbles.
Bubbles. Piper.
Do they have any passion fruit cocktails?
Yes, we do.
Have one of them then, please.
Very good. You see that the bartender is this very muscular, burly guy. He's nearly 7 feet tall. He's an orc, and he has a single golden earring in one of his ears. He gives you a very soft and warm smile, but you can tell that just from his demeanor and the way that he carries himself, he is definitely a no-nonsense kind of guy. As soon as you put in the order, he turns around and he begins to very dexterously make these cocktails and drinks. And then he begins to slide them across the counter to each one of you.
When he gives me mine, I'm kind of flicking the hair back over the shoulder and have you ever like written someone a letter, maybe?
I suppose I've written a number of letters, all of different varieties. Why do you ask?
I was just curious if you'd ever written a letter that was like, I'm watching you. You seem like the type of person that would write a letter that's like, I'm watching you.
I don't think I have. That is a little strange. Have you ever written a letter that says, I'm watching you?
No, but I've gotten one.
Oh. Do you have it?
Yeah, I've actually been carrying it around. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
I'll show it to him.
Okay, as you do,
It smells spicy.
he lifts it up to his nose and he recoils a little bit. Wow, I rolled a nat 20. Okay. As soon as he sniffs this, you see a look of recognition cross over his face. And he gently folds it and slides it across the bar to you and kind of leans in and lowers his voice. He says, "You should be careful. I think a number of students have been whispering about something like this. It seems that there is someone on campus here that should not be here. I am under the impression it is some sort of hunter. Do you have any enemies?"
Yes.
Would you have lowered your voice to the point where you would kind of try to keep your friends out of this? Because,
I think not necessarily consciously, but I think just because he's whispering to me, I'm whispering back.
okay.
Because I'm one of those people that mirrors very much.
Okay, yeah, so the rest of you just hear the two of them kind of whispering. You don't really hear their conversation. But you can see that the bartender kind of gets very serious. And he says, "Make sure you stay with your friends. I'll be sure to keep an eye out. And what's her name?"
Kamaria.
Kamaria. Well, I am Tusk Tooth.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. If you don't mind, I would like to report this to the faculty.
Will I get in trouble?
No,
if
not
you
at
do
all.
that?
I'll keep your name out of it, but I think perhaps this should be talked about.
Okay, I trust you, person that I just met. You're very handsome.
You see this purple blush just take his cheeks, and he says, "Right, well, it will be 2 silver for all the drinks."
Oh, oh, yeah, yes, of course. Yeah, there you go. My fine fellow. So
Thank you.
strong.
He kind of like just snatches it, and he says, "And if you're interested in playing some Wizard Gizzard, they're setting up the machines over there."
I am.
What's that?
Wizard Gizzard is a game.
Okay, got you.
Okay, have fun. Bye.
Immediately panics it. At the attention.
Bosavan hears the bartender start to explain
Mm-hmm.
Wizard Gizzard and then looks toward Rupert and says, "I don't believe I was ever asked what I wanted to drink."
No, it was a question to the group. What would you like to drink? I believe, was it? Sorry, did I forget? I'm so sorry. Oh
I see how it is.
no, honestly, it's my mistake, sir. My tusked friend,
Yes.
please. Possible?
Whatever
I
the equivalent of
never get his name right as well. I just kind of mumble it.
yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I think he would probably brush that off too, and he would just order whatever the equivalent of like a high C fruit punch is.
Oh, yes. Here we go. It's just like literally like it's like mango juice. And it's got like a silly straw. Yeah. Just slice it, it'll be 1 copper piece.
There you go. Thank you so much.
I'm very grateful that you
You're
were
welcome.
able to give me this.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Eyes. Toasting eyes.
Yes, I will enjoy this drink very much. And he very like sternly sips out of the silly straw.
Oh, as the liquid kind of goes through the silly straw, it like lights up. So you see like a rainbow of colors just kind of swirling up into your mouth, and like the cup just kind of goes just little fireworks firing off inside of it.
That is fabulous. That is fabulous.
Am I allowed to keep this?
Yes.
He keeps sipping.
Seeing that happen, Piper raises his collar up over his mouth to try and drink, just in case it also happens. Just so that no one sees it if it does.
Your drink does not light up.
Oh man.
So do you want to sit down? Do you want to head out? Do you want to head over to the machines? The group of you are kind of just standing in front of the bar now.
I definitely want to go over to the Gizzard machines.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll sort of lean back on the bar. Check it out. Be cool. Not very cool because I'm like, Wizard Gizzard. But have a little scope out.
Okay. Rupert, as you're looking around, you feel like you get a moment of clarity. There's something about this drink that just, it's hydrating as heck. You feel your mind just clearing, no cloudiness, no fogginess, whatever. You have drawn the Vizier card. You can ask me any one question, and I'll give you an answer. And it doesn't have to be about, like, Wizard Gizzard. It can be literally whatever you're thinking about. But as Rupert looks thoughtful, I'll give you a minute to think about that. Over by Wizard Gizzard, you can see that a number of students are casting spells, and they're trying to hit something. You can't quite see from where you are, but it seems that this is some kind of contest of skill that is going on. And little motes of fire, sometimes a magic missile.
I want to try.
Is that some kind of challenge?
Oh, Wizard Gizzard was once used by instructors to help student mages practice their aim with magical rays.
And what else do they practice with this Gizzard wizard?
Well,
Wizard.
the reason they call it Wizard Gizzard is because of the sound it makes. But it is essentially a training tool.
I've been waiting for this moment. Avostavon, with conviction, puts down his glass and flies straight over.
Okay. There's like a crowd. Do you just shove people out of the way? Do you fly over them?
He flies over, at the very least, to get a better look. Without knowing it, he'll probably fly to the front of the line.
Okay.
If there is one.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Rupert. Do you have a question for me?
Yeah. How would my mic just popped up? How would Rupert best be able to win this crowd over with a performance?
Okay. You know that the way that students at Strixhaven work is the shiniest, loudest, most fanciest display of magic definitely seizes the attention of anyone around here. Everyone has gone to school to master the practice of magic. So magic is, of course, naturally the favorite topic here. This, as you have heard from the bartender, is literally a practice of skill with magic. So you get the sense that if you ace this particular challenge, you will probably get into the good graces of everyone who has eyeballs here that witnesses it.
Whew. All right. It's magic time, baby. It's magic time. Okay. I'm going to take that knowledge and I'm going to pass that on to my friends. I'm like, hey, everybody. This is a game, but if we read the room, right, look at everyone around here, we could come out of here like amazing. You know, we're first years. Are we first year? We're first years still, aren't we? We're first years. We've just done one exam. Is that right?
Yeah.
We can walk out of here with like a strut in our stride. Bam, bam, bam. Should we try it? Should we wow them with our magic abilities? Let's ace this challenge.
Avosivan is already like flown up to the front of the crowd.
Yeah, you can all see Avosivan.
He's already totally involved. Let's work together and help each other. What do you say, friends?
It's, as long as the attention isn't on me.
I like it.
Yeah. Not everybody needs to be extroverted. I like to be extroverted. And
I have noticed.
Oh, well, thank you. Thanks.
So, as the group of you kind of begin to make your way forward, you see Javanesh has immediately caught sight of Avosivan and gestures, "Do you want to do the next round? Are you next?"
I suppose I do.
Well, come on down. You can have the next machine.
Avosivan flies down and looks towards the machine. He's been watching. Everyone's been using like ranged spells and stuff, right?
So what you see is that some people have been taking this device and basically they turn it to try to shoot. A projectile comes out of it. And you see that the projectile, some of them try to land it in a bucket that is on the other side of this clearing. A few of the students trying to show off, they lob the sphere up into the air and they try to shoot it with their magic out of the air.
Okay. Avosivan has been sizing up and watching everyone else's techniques. He's beginning to, as he sets up the machine, he begins to take out a giant crossbow from his bag.
Mm-hmm. As you do, you see Javanesh kind of leaning back, and he outstretches his arms and kind of shoves the crowd back a little further. All right. Well, if you're ready, all you've got to do is slap the top of the wizard Gizzard, and it will dispense.
Sounds nice and simple, he says, and he slaps the machine.
Okay. As you slap the machine, you see this light beginning to pulse inside of it, and all of a sudden you hear a and once the orb goes flying out of the machine, you see that it is made out of magic and it kind of pulses with light. The sound that it makes as it leaves the machine is
Yes.
so it just flies through the air with
I
this
love it here.
weird turkey
It's
sound.
amazing.
What do you do?
He leads his shot and just prepares to shoot it with his crossbow.
Yeah.
And this is like a big crossbow too.
Okay, great. Roll me an attack. Let's see if you hit.
Sure. Wait. I have to find my attacks.
Okay, a 9. Unfortunately,
Oh, man.
that's not gonna hit.
So tell me what this looks like.
Yeah, so it's just it's a big heavy crossbow. I assume because everyone else is using magic, other people are looking at it like, what the fuck is that?
Mhm.
He looks very determined. It's got like little writing, little like of his favorite sayings from like his favorite stories, like again, like the winners don't cheat at whatever, or and things like that on the side. He says very confidently, you will rue the day you cross this. And he shoots and it completely whiffs. If it goes like outside of like the range of like where it would end up in the machine, would it still be like safe?
You see that it definitely thunks into the back wall. It goes very far.
I think there's something wrong with this machine.
Mm-hmm. Right. I've been hearing that all night.
Shall
Well,
I try it again?
if you like. I mean,
Oh, Vosavod. Oh, dear. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame.
I mean, if he's allowed to just take another shot at it, he will.
yeah. I think at this point is where your companions do manage to sidle up. So if you would like to give words of encouragement here, where did my notes go? So you can encourage a participant, heckle a participant, or play the game here. If anyone wants to do like more of a support role rather than actually participating in playing it, you can do that.
I'm gonna play, but I will also encourage Vosa. And I will I'll go, hey, eyes on me. Look.
But if my eyes are on you, how will I shoot the target?
Wait. I believe in you. And I use bardic inspiration while I do that. Magic.
Okay.
For my words.
Thanks, but I believe in myself plenty already.
You're welcome.
All right, go ahead and roll again.
What is your
The D6.
D6? Okay. I keep closing this.
Oh, yeah. The dreaded. Everyone closes their character sheet whenever they play this game. And I also close all my notes and my character sheets. 23. That's absolutely a hit. Okay, so you slap the machine. It goes... And we see this orb of light just shoot through the air. Tell me what this looks like.
Yeah. Avosavan says again, you'll rue the day you cross this in the exact same way. Anyone watching can probably tell he said this over and over and over in the exact same way. This time though, it definitely strikes clean through the light. And it probably does make another very loud noise because again, this is a heavy crossbow.
Mm-hmm. As it thunks into it, the bolt immediately drops on the floor, and you see that the orb explodes into sparkles, and it makes another... Javanesh looks over to Kamaria and Rupert and says, well, will you also be trying your hand at Wizard Gizzard? You see that the crowd around Ovo Savant is clapping. Yeah! Woo! You did it! Yeah!
Of course I did it. He said, scoffs.
Eventually. Hey, Kamaria, would you like to go first?
Yes. Okay. Sure. I can hit the thing totally.
Can I also cancel the turn down inspiration?
Yeah.
Go on. Kamaria, I believe in you.
Okay, so
Oh my God, my
Kamaria,
spells are so supporty.
that's okay. So there's two ways you can play this game. You can try to use it like a cannon and lob it into the bucket, or you can try to hit the projectile while it's going through the air.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I'm going to. I'll go for my dagger, I guess.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems smart. I'm not super. Kamaria is not super creative. She's kind of just, oh, okay, he hit the thing. I should also hit the thing.
Yeah.
And I'll roll this on roll 20.
Oh my god.
Natural
Oof.
20.
That is a crit. Okay, describe to me what this looks like from how you hit the machine to how you totally blow this challenge out of the air. Haha. Haha.
I think I just kind of I'm kind of like hyping myself up a little bit first. Like it probably does take like a couple of minutes before Kamaria seems like completely ready. Like there's this she's a very talkative and very kind of over the top person, and there's this kind of quiet calm that just comes over her as she's like, okay, I can do this. This is just like we practiced at home, except you're not hurting anybody, which makes it better. And she is going to I think just whisper a little prayer to anybody that's listening. And there's just this moment where her eyes just go, rather than just the irises being silver, it's full silver. No iris, no pupil, no nothing, just full silver. And she throws, and there's almost this stream of gray mist that guides the dagger into the right place.
You see the dagger just cut through it and just your dagger falls immediately to the ground and clunks heavily.
Rupert, did you see that? Rupert? It did
That was amazing! Oh my god!
The crowd is going wild over Savant. You see that everyone who was cheering you on, they're like, slack
Holy
jaw.
heck! First time. That is oh my goodness.
Well, of course she would hit it. It's not that hard.
Okay, so why
First
didn't you hit
time.
it the first time?
Yeah.
Because the
First time.
machine is faulty.
Hey,
But as we
hey.
are both very skilled,
You don't need to
obviously we
do
were
that.
going to hit it.
You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Big
It's
us
a
up.
compliment.
Let's just disagree to agree.
But it's a compliment. Obviously she would hit it because she's very good at what she's doing.
Yeah. She is. Well done, Kamara. Well done.
Thank you.
You see
I like-
Javanesh look at Rupert.
Oh, wait, no. I couldn't possibly. Yes, I can.
While the crowd were making that ruckus noise,
Yes.
Piper would have snuck off a little bit and kind of disappeared into his cloak. And from inside, you just hear kind of a muffled. Hold on, I know how to play this. Honest. See, I know how to play it. And
Amazing.
Rupert feels the probably worst sounding inspiration he's ever felt build up in him,
Oh!
ready for this next shot. As you also get a bardic inspiration.
Oh my god.
I feel empowered.
I would also like to just kind of lead the crowd in a Rupert, and I'm just gonna give my bestie a little tap on the shoulder, and you get a guidance.
Thank
It's a
you,
D4.
Thank you, bestie. Thank you.
Avosavan will also just look at the machine and say, remember, it isn't very difficult. You will do fine.
Well, I know that.
Of course.
But it's the manner and how you do it.
Just in case you didn't believe, Just know.
I
we
believe.
All, just
Oh,
know
I
we
I
all
believe.
believe in you.
Oh, I believe.
Very good. Avosavon hands you his crossbow.
No. I've got my own bow. And I take off my short bow. Oh, no. Actually, I'll take the crossbow. I'll take the crossbow. Ooh, it's a biggie. It's a big one. Whew. Okay. And I'll aim down. I'll aim downfield. And I'll pretend to draw it back. And as I pretend, I'll be casting firebolt, but I'll be using some Prismari flare. I'll be like, when I'll grab the crossbow and I'll pretend to draw the string, and as I draw it back, just like glowing like orange lines will just stretch out where a string would be. And this like swirling firebolt, like some kind of like amazing firework will just twirl downfield and hopefully hit the target.
Piper, at the same time, would like to cast Thaumaturgy on his fireball, so that it glows and flickers much brighter and stronger than usual,
Yes,
and also changes colors as it flies.
Yes, let's go.
I'm so sorry about what's about to happen next.
No,
Y'all have built the fuck.
Me?
Y'all have built this the fuck up. Listen. Oh my god, I have a card right here.
Oh my god, you're gonna guard me.
I'm so sorry. Okay, this is what happens.
Okay.
All of y'all are hyping up Rupert. Rupert, you look so cool right now. The crowd is like holding their breath and they're like, this is amazing. This is going to be the crowd is going, Rupert, 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 right? Rupert. The second you slap your hand on the Wizard Gizzard machine, it goes, "Blah." And it starts to smoke. You have drawn the Talons card, you break the machine.
Oh.
So if you want, you can like have this dazzling display go off, but an orb doesn't actually come out of the machine. So
I will still let it go off. I'll be like, yes!
Can I quickly cast Mage Hand and ball it up into a fist so it looks like an orb's coming out of the machine?
Okay. Yes, you can. Roll me deception.
Can I help?
How do you want to help?
Avosavant can cast Druidcraft
Okay.
to give out the sound that it would make.
Okay, yes. So I'll also need a deception check from you.
Okay.
I was like, wait, stop. Y'all adding too much. I can't stop you now.
It's perfect.
Wow. Okay, that's a 21 from Ovo Savant.
Does that mean I get advantage?
Yeah, sure. Let's say that. You
Thank God
roll
for
me
that.
deception at advantage.
That is an 18.
18. Okay. Piper, tell me how this goes off with Ovo Savant's help.
Okay, all you can see as soon as the smoke starts like appearing, a shock over Piper's face. He looks around quickly and just immediately kind of reaches under his arm as much as possible and just kind of goes and chucks his fist mage hand straight past the machine and off into the distance in the same way he saw the orb do it.
Okay. Ovo Savant, if you're okay with this, I need you to give me your best turkey sound.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Yes. So what we see is
Nice.
this light magic coming out from the machine. We hear the gobble wobble. Rupert, I need an attack roll from you.
Oh, I thought you'd forgotten.
No.
You got
This
this.
is so funny.
Do it.
Okay, firebolt. Let's go. Ooh,
15.
15. Ooh.
15 is a hit. Tell me what this looks like.
Oh, do I add the inspiration as well?
I mean,
had
if you want, it
inspiration.
And you
hit.
have guidance.
It
Or
hit,
just no,
It
guidance
hit,
applied,
so-
is it?
Okay. A hit. So that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Mhm.
After all that fanfare.
You're like, ah!
Yeah.
Light.
People are clapping and cheering as we see Piper's mage hand explode. The crowd is going wild. People are throwing things and knocking over tables and shaking each other. They go, Rupert, Rupert, Rupert.
I'm gonna minor illusion like confetti, like above the group of us, like above all four of us. And I'm like,
Piper is sat on the floor, head in his hands.
come on, Piper, stand up. The cheering for you're part of this. Yay! Yes! Woo!
I am living. This is the best.
Who's the one who was telling us about the machine?
It is
Javarish?
Javanesh, who's right next to you.
Avosavan looks over to Javanish and over to the machine, and he says, I told you it was faulty.
All right. Well, I suppose I can perform some maintenance.
Yeah, you should put a ticket in, but hey, there's not that.
I'm
It's
quite
not a spoiler
handy, I'll let you know. And he kind of like pushes his leather jacket aside, puts his hands on his hips. And he's got like a utility belt on.
Yes. Oh, Javanis, you're so cool.
He's so cool.
What a cool guy.
Wonderful.
And you
Hey everyone, I'm Rupert, Trottington Esquire. This is Kamaria. This is Avozalon, and this is Piper. Woo!
Avosavan is trying to wrestle his crossbow out of your hands.
Yeah, just like yeah.
All right, that's quite enough.
Okay,
This is mine.
it's yours.
as the fanfare begins to slowly die down, you see an individual kind of come up towards the group of you. She is well dressed, and you see that her hair is a little frazzled and disheveled as she's kind of making her way through the crowd. She says, "Hi, everyone. If you don't mind, my name is Mina Lee. I work for the Strixhaven Star. What an amazing event this was. If you're all right with it, I would love to get some quotes from you." She flips open a notebook, and you see a mage hand appear holding a quill.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, please ask away.
Who are
Stay
you?
in school.
Oh, what's stay in school? You see the
You
hand.
wanted quotes.
I do.
True words from my friend Avozalon.
Any other quotes you'd like put in the Strixhaven Star front page, by the way?
Well, how long have you got?
As long as you like.
Piper is trying to hide behind Rupert at this point.
This is Piper, this is Avozalon, and this is my bestie Kamaria. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Hi.
Yeah, girl.
Oh,
Oh,
so
what?
stay in school.
Um,
What kind of quote would you like putting in the paper?
Kamaria, got a quote?
I would definitely say, try coffee. It's really good.
Mhm.
And if somebody writes you a letter that says, I've got my eyes on you, it's probably creepy and not cute.
Oh, all right. Yes. Okay.
Creepy, not cute? I thought it was cute. What happened? We'll talk about it later.
I
How?
found out it was creepy.
Oh,
I have more
Thanks.
questions to follow up on that, but quote from you, looking over to Piper.
Piper is just trying to hide still, as if he hasn't been seen. And you can just about see all his fur and his gangly things sticking out from behind Rupert. And he's doing his best to ignore what's just been asked him.
Okay. No, I'll put that down as no comment.
You can put
little
down-
thumbs up, raises up.
You can put down for him, winners don't use drugs.
All right. Okay. What about you, looking to Rupert?
Mina,
Yes.
Mina Lee.
Yes, that's
Mina
my
Lee.
name.
My name is Rupert, and like the multiverse, I've got multiple verses. I like to learn your story while we listen and converses. So many new faces, the past traces places, our cultures entwined in a tapestry of races. I'm not here to compete, not here to make enemies, frenemies. I'm here for you. Together we'll make memories. Coming straight from the ceiling, but I'm not unseemly. My offer of love and support I give freely. I'm no stranger to court, yet I'm not a criminal. No queen to face swayed or message subliminal. My feet may be cloven. My sweater is woven from the finest natural fibers that are growing in the wilds of the Fae. And again, let me say, I'm not here to compete. I'm not here to make enemies, frenemies. I'm here for you. Together we'll make memories.
Kamaria has like a little tear.
Halfway through that, Vosavan just walks outside because he got bored.
I would also like to try and sneak off.
Amazing.
You got bored, yeah.
So good.
You see, Mina has like pretty much brought her notebook up to her face, and she is blushing hardcore. She says, "Oh, very, very, very nice. Did you come up with that all by yourself?"
Yeah, I just worked on it. It's something I was working on, but yeah, I hope you like it.
Oh,
I know it's long. It's probably too long for your piece, but hey.
excuse
Thank
me.
you.
And like she shows you the notebook, and it's just like brrr, all of the words verbatim.
You wrote that? Oh, you're well, not surprised. We're in magic school, right? You're amazing.
We should get some coffee sometime.
I would love that.
Well, anyway, please tell me
Okay.
what happened. And we see the scene slowly fade to black as Mina offers to buy the two of you a drink, Kamaria and Rupert. And we see Ovo Savant and Piper shuffling out the front of the tavern as the two of you are heading out into the night. What do we see? What do you say?
What do either
Are
of
you
us
in
do?
love with Mina Lee?
Oh, I'm a little bit in love with her. I mean, she just turned up, but I'm level with everyone, so it doesn't really count. I would like
I
to
just
say
think
to
it's cute and not creepy.
I would like to lean down to Kamara and go, you need to tell me about why you think it's not creepy anymore. Why you think it's creepy now?
Apparently, the handsome guy who made the really nice drinks, he was saying that, like there's a bad guy on campus and we should all be scared and watch out. And everybody's been talking about how he is a criminal and the worst. And that's probably the same person who wrote my letter. But maybe I can reform him.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or her.
Or her, could
I
be
would
her.
okay if it was a her.
Yeah. Arm around and just like walking back from the pub or tavern, I mean.
Yeah. Ovo, Savant, and Piper, as the two of you are heading back to your dorm, you have a little moment here. What happens?
Piper, as soon as they step out of the door, in full knowledge that they're probably going back to the same place anyway, is going to immediately go, look, what's that? And as soon as
Where?
Osavon looks round, he's going to try and just sneak off on his own.
You're going to turn into a bat?
It was tempting, but no, he doesn't quite know that works yet.
We just see Piper just shuffling off really quickly into the night.
I don't see anything of interest out there. Vosavan turns back, and by this time you've probably shuffled away. You know, maybe next time we could ask I guess he doesn't know Rupert's name yet. We could ask him to maybe shorten the song a little bit. What do you think?
You hear Piper's voice in your head as he casts a message back to you that goes, no, keep looking. I'm sure it's there somewhere. Just to try and buy himself some more time on his own in the...
Very well. I will keep watch for any intruders. Vosavan will fly up over the tavern with his crossbow in hand.
Oh my god. And then that's how we end our session for tonight.
Yay!
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. What a weird and wonderful episode of Strixhaven. We're going to go around real quick and tell you who we are, where you can find us, and what our favorite part of today's episode was. If you've enjoyed this content, please consider giving us a follow. That is a free way that you can support the channel and also get notifications for whenever we do stuff like this. Strixhaven is open roster, so if you want to play, all you have to do is hop into our Discord. We are literally always accepting new players. It is open roster. We have new players coming on screen every week. So please tell me about who you are and where we can find you. We'll start with Evan.
Hey, hi, I'm Evan, aka Multi Nerd on Twitch and Twitter. I'd just like to thank Stella. Thank you so much for having me and being a wonderful DM. It was amazing. I'm so grateful. And the other wonderful players. I think we all got on really well. There was like the dynamic between Ozavon and Piper. That was like that room compared to Rupert and Kamaria's room was so different. It was amazing. I think one of my favorite scene. I love the exam and the sort of cheating at the end, but also the wizard Gizzard and how we all sort of, even though it started off a little bit rough, how everyone sort of like supported and got involved to like make that magical scene at the end. It was fantastic. So yeah, that was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next, we have D.
Hi, I'm Dee. I'm at Tired Art Friend on Instagram, Twitter, social medias. I'll definitely be posting my art of Kamaria probably in a little bit. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and thank you, Stella, for DMing. That was like my expectations, and then just so much more. It was so good. And to everybody for playing, I adore everybody's characters. Really hoping that I will get to play with them all again. My favorite moment was probably the exam as well. I just the arc. Just the absolute unexpectedness of everything and where it went from quiet exam room to absolute chaos. I adored that. It was so cute.
Thank you so much. Yeah. That is definitely we've run a number of sessions with the exam. That was definitely the spiciest and most interesting exam that we've run here so far. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Next, we have Actor.
Hey there, I'm Actor on Twitch, Cactus Chapter on Twitter. I tend to play games every now and again, but that's about it. Do lots of D&D, but all of it's offline. Again, thanks again, Stella, for being part of this and obviously setting it all up and running it. And thanks again to the lovely friends here and to everybody in chat. And 2 words as far as best bits go, and it's got to be tentacle legs.
Fuck yes, tentacle legs.
Oh
Yes. Whatever wish you can have, what wish? Tentacle legs.
Yeah.
Anything in the world, Kamaria. Anything in the world.
And I'm so sad that it wore out.
I love that. If Kamaria keeps a diary, definitely I hope they mention, today I had tentacle legs. No, literally, tentacle legs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Dear diary, you will never believe the noises I made with my legs.
Oh my god.
Oh, what an incredible phrase.
Next, we have Metazoa.
Hi, everyone. This has been fantastic. Thank you, Stella, for running this game. It was really great. Hi, I'm Metazoa. I'm on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram, I guess, as Metazoa54321. Yeah, I make music there. I also have a fan house at Just Metazoa, if you're interested in that. That's more like work in progress stuff. I make music on there. I play games on Twitch. I try and get involved in actual plays when I can. But yeah, this was really great. So many really fun like roleplay scenes in this, but that interview had to be the cherry on top. Like just a great capstone that really just showed all of our characters just doing. Just like, it's so distilled in that one moment, everything about our characters right there.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love how the characters were all very, very different. And like, we had a little bit of antagonism, but it was like, that makes sense. Like, all of it just kind of made sense. And over Savant, I did not expect that kind of character coming in today. It just blew my mind.
Amazing.
Yeah, just looking. You're like looking at the doors, and you're like had a speech prepared. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's funny because I wasn't around for like the 90s era of like cartoons like Transformers and G.I. Joe. So I was just like, what do I even remember of any of that? How do I even show all that right now? But it was great. And
Yeah.
I think I'm glad you all enjoyed it. It was a blast to play.
I know that vibe when like you were there and you got robbed. You were like in the first scene, and then your roomie turns up. I was like, oh shit! Oh, he's totally getting blamed.
It is like the exact perfect character to annoy the hell and scare the hell out of Piper.
Poor Piper.
Yeah, I know. When you introduced Piper, I was like, oh my god, this is perfect.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. We will be back with more Strixhaven next Sunday, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Please take care of yourselves. Hydrate. Have fun. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care of yourselves, everyone.